The hour on Daybreak Live all across the state of Alabama. Trust you're feeling well. 74 degrees this morning. We are joined by Dr. Michele Eller, Sylacauga City Schools Superintendent, and our brand new public relations specialist, Crimson Jefferson. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us. And Crimson, first of all, tell us a little about yourself. You're brand new here.
Yes, I just got here in May, right before graduation, so I got to see the last group kind of go out, and I'm getting ready for the new group to come in. I'm originally from Heflin, Alabama, so Alabama is my home, and I'm so thankful to be back. I spent 5 years in Tuscaloosa, went straight to Lake Charles, Louisiana for 3 years, and now I'm back.
You hit the ground running too, didn't you?
I sure did.
Oh, Dr. Eller, it is a busy time. School time is here, isn't it?
It's hard to believe.
It is. So we've been busy.
Yes.
Now I want to get right to it this morning. Tell us what's been going on.
Well, as far as this summer, we've been busy in all of our campuses. You know, we did a lot of security upgrades in each of our buildings. We've also upgraded several athletic fields, upgraded the field house. It's got new equipment in there and kind of making it more of a performance center for all of our sports, not just for football. So I think our parents and our students are going to be excited when they come back to school just to see all the upgrades that have taken place even this summer.
Talk a little bit about the mission statement. Talk about that.
So, you know, our mission is to ensure that every single student graduates ready for that career pathway, ready for that, whatever that career pathway looks like, whether it is a certificate, whether it is a 2-year college, 4-year college, 8-year college. It's our goal to ensure that every single student graduates college and career ready. That's our goal, and we can't do it alone. We do it with our partnerships with the community. We consider this station one of our valuable community partners as well. So it takes a whole village, and we're very, very fortunate to have a great village in Sylacauga.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And you know, it is a partnership, and we're glad to be a part of that. And you know, the strategic plan. Now, a lot of people don't get into that a whole lot. That we're worried about getting our kids lunches or getting their Chromebook or whatever. But talk about the strategic plan a little bit.
So, with a strategic plan, it is really our vision. It's our vision of the items that we know that are important to us, the items that we know that we need to tackle. And our current strategic plan is at the end of its cycle. You do a 5-year strategic plan.
What, so 19, when did it start? Okay.
Yes, and it ends, it ends in 2025.
Okay.
It's when our new will take root. And so we have been working the last 6 months really on the new plan, including our community stakeholders. We had several community stakeholder meetings. We sent out surveys. We took all of our data. We analyzed data to really create a new plan. But our current plan has 4 focal areas, and really this new one will as well. And those have been, 1, to have effective leaders. We know that teachers are the #1 factor in student achievement. And our principals are vital in those buildings because they lead that ship in that building. So our first goal is really ensuring that we have effective leaders who are equipped to do what they need to do. Our second is student learning. And when I arrived, that was a large focal area that we knew improvement needed to take place in.
Here?
I'm going into my 4th school year. My 4th school year. Yeah. I'm excited to say that we have had tremendous growth in student achievement. This past year, 100% of our students grew according to state assessments.
Wow.
100%.
Can't beat that.
No, 93% of our 3rd graders are reading on grade level. 93%, which is huge, above the state average. And so to be exact, we just won an award. We just won a national award from the Southern Regional Education Board, and that was for our student achievement across the board, across the district. We were the only district to win it because it shows that we've made improvement from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade.
Why is that so important? These numbers, why is that so important?
It's important because our whole focus is about equipping students. And so student learning has to be at the core of what we do. And we've got other things that are important to us. You know, we have to make sure we have supportive operations, that our buildings are functional, they're modern. We have to ensure that we're providing meals for our students. We know that a lot of our students come to us without the opportunities that others have.
And we're doing the breakfast and lunch again this year, right?
And they're free again this year. Yes, we
Wow.
were able to get a grant again to cover the cost of that, so that all of our students get to eat free breakfast and lunch.
Wow. Crimson, talk a little bit about your role, and I know that you know, Kelly Wasserman was here for a long, long time, and she retired, and you stepped into some big shoes here.
Definitely, you know, Miss Kelly has been very helpful to me. You know, in my first couple weeks, she was here kind of walking me through what I needed to know, who I needed to know, getting me ready to fill those shoes. So my goal and my role is to tell student and administrative stories. You know, I'm here to spread the good about our children into the community, and just seeing, you know, from the end of the school year and graduation and being a part of that, to the summer programs that we've done over the summer, and getting to see and meet some of the kids as we've progressed through the summer workouts, as the teachers are coming back, kind of getting to know them and getting ready to be in the classroom when school starts. It's been super exciting. The littles have started to recognize me, and they start to give me hugs when they see me, so that makes me feel good that they'll, you know, pose for the camera when school starts.
You know, you got them on your side that way for sure. Dr. Eller, talk about a little bit about the overall report card for our school system, and where are we on this? I know that the state of Alabama puts these things out, and our students, you know, whether they're student athletes or whether they are not, it's so key that we get them ready for the next level.
It is. So as you know, the State Department issues a report card every year, and that report card has multiple factors involved in it. One of it is academic achievement, and that's taken from those state assessments that are given. The other is academic growth. So they look at where were the students the previous year to this year. Did they make growth academically? Then they look at chronic absenteeism, which that continues to be a focus area for us. They look at our graduation rate, and they look at our college and career readiness rate, what that indicator is. And so each year we've gone up in our score. So this past year we were at an 84B. All of our schools had a B, and that was exciting to see. Like I said, you know, especially with the 100% growth, you know, we can't control where the students are when they get to us. You know, each student's going to be at a different level. You know, we can't control that, but we can control how much they grow in that school year. And so to see that every single student had growth was exciting to me.
All parents and grandparents want their child safe. Talk a little bit this morning about security with our schools.
So one of the things that we did is we analyzed all the other, I guess, situations that had occurred in other places and looked to see, could this happen here? What are we doing to prevent something like this to happen? Because my feeling is I'd rather be proactive than reactive. I never want to have to use anything we have in place.
Yeah.
Ever. And so one of the things we identified is that each of our school buildings, they're beautiful, but when they were built, they were not built in a time such as this. And so we have installed brand new secure entryways in each of our buildings. It was very important to me that those secure entryways look like they belonged there, that aesthetically they looked like they were built there when the school was built. And so I have been extremely pleased with the work that J. Brooks Construction has done in our buildings. They're a local construction
Sylacauga
group.
guy?
Yes. And they have done a phenomenal job of keeping that vision of aesthetically having those secure vestibules look like they belonged there. So that's one piece, and a major piece. We also have, of course, a badge system. All of our employees have a badge. That badge has a fob on the back that allows them access. Anyone else has to buzz in to get from point A to point B. We've also put in visitor protocols. So we have a list of visitor protocols that take place so that not just anybody and everybody can come in our buildings and take a field trip. We also implemented athletic protocols as well and had a fabulous season last year with our athletics because of those guidelines that were in place. You know, it made it a little cumbersome when you were trying to go to a game if you didn't have your ticket and everything ahead of time, and if you weren't over 16 or didn't have a parent with you. But all those measures really kept us safe at our athletic events and kept the people there that needed to be there and wanted to be there to support athletics.
And these, Dr. Eller, are adjustments for everybody. You know?
Yes. And then we put alarms in some of our doors, especially at the high school. You know, we have 1 million doors, and several that a lot of our community was used to going in and out instead of the front door. So, you know, we had to put some measures in with alarms so that those doors couldn't be left open or propped open. And we're continuing to look and see what we need to do. You know, we have metal detectors at the high school. We've namely used those for athletic events. We sporadically use them in the mornings just as a reminder of, you know, there's things you can't take into the school or shouldn't take into the school.
Quickly before we go this morning, some tips for whether they're smaller children or seniors in high school that you can give parents as we get set to go into the new school year?
I would say, one, make sure your students come to school every day. It's vital. It's vital that they're at school every single day, that they're able to be at school. That's important. When they miss school, they miss so much instruction, and a lot of times it's difficult to make that up. And then they get behind, and then they get discouraged. And so I would just encourage parents, please come send your students to school every year. I would encourage them not to opt out of our school status platform. That is the platform that our teachers use to communicate with parents. Right. That's crucial for us because then once that communication is there, then you know what's going on. You know if there's a test or a quiz or a field trip or an assignment. So don't opt out of that. Make sure you give us the correct phone number so that we can, you know, keep that line of communication open because that's important. It's a partnership. You know, we can't do what we need to do educationally without our partners, without our parents, without our grandparents. So keep that line of communication open, send them to school, communicate with us, and then just ensure that we're kept informed of anything that we need to know because we're all here to support them.
It's a team, isn't it?
It is, and we want students to be successful.
Yeah.
That's our goal. Our goal is student success.
Wow, fantastic. Crimson, this morning as you continue as a PR person at the Sylacauga City School System, what would you say to parents and grandparents of children that's going to be in y'all's care?
Absolutely. I mean, I want to echo Dr. Eller. Them being at school is super important because, you know, that is time that they're getting socially and mentally enriched with both the instruction and by being around their peers. It's just so important that they're there because, you know, you only get to be, you know, K through 12 one time. You only get to be that age once. You only get to live through this once. That's what I've tried to tell the seniors as I've interacted with them over the summer is that, you know, I know you're scared, you're excited about it being your senior year, but, you know, you only get one. So we might as well enjoy it and be here and do everything we can to make sure that we get through it successfully.
So what is the schedule for the opening of Sylacauga City Schools this year?
So our Big Teacher Institute is August 5th, and that will be at the high school, and then our students come back August 7th.
Wow. It's
So,
upon us, isn't it?
It is upon us. We still have a few projects to finish. I know that everybody's probably seen the digital signage at the high school, the new digital signage. We've got more digital signage going up at our other schools as well. I'm hoping to have those installed before school starts. If not, it'll be shortly after.
Yeah. Are we okay with teacher and teacher retention? Well, I guess we're always looking for quality teachers.
We're always looking. We have a couple of spots to fill. You know, you always have movement that is unexpected that occurs towards midsummer, in summer, and so we do have 3 positions I know of that need to be filled. But that's pretty good considering some of our neighboring districts are struggling much worse than that.
Thank you so much for coming this morning. We could talk for 2 hours on it, but we're short-changed this morning. So thank you all for coming. Dr. Michele Eller, Superintendent of Sylacauga City Board of Education and Sylacauga City Schools, and Public Relations Specialist Crimson Jeffers. And we'll be seeing both of you more down the line. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quick break. We're back with more right after this.